a special 10-round featherweight bout. The 3 judges assigned at ringside will be Robert Bird, Jose Cobian, and Larry Rosadilla. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Dr. James Jenkins. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white and weighing in at 129 pounds. He's from Omaha, Nebraska, with a professional record consisting of 22 victories. He has 9 knockouts to his credit, 8 defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Juarez. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, trimmed with green and gold, and weighing in at 128 pounds. A perfect professional record, 36 bouts, 36 victories, including 28 knockouts and a world championship. His title is not on the line tonight as he steps up to the featherweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, from Tijuana, Mexico, Erik El Terrible Morales.
Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. Gentlemen, obey my commands. Let's go.
Erik Terrible Morales, bigger, but is he better? Taking a look at the ledger of Mike Juarez, 22-8-1. Some big names on his ledger. He lost a 12-round decision to the current WBA junior featherweight champion Bones Adams back in 1997. He also got knocked down too by Jeff Fennick in 96. And he'll lose a 10-round decision to Philip Holliday, the former IBF lightweight champion that ironically enough lost his title to Shane Mosley back in 1993. Morales in the blue, Juarez in the white. And you can see, despite the extra poundage on Erik Morales, still very tightly wound, not an ounce of fat on his body. Very well-conditioned athlete. Erik Terrible Morales, very familiar with these parts of town. Has fought predominantly in the Las Vegas and the actually the southwest part of the country, and that is a slip. Or is it? No, they're actually calling that a knockdown. So Mike Juarez hits the canvas in the first minute against Erik Terrible Morales. And we were about to say, Erik Morales very familiar with this territory. This is the first trip out west for Mike Juarez, who has fought in such locales as Iowa, North Dakota, Florida, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Canada, South Africa, and Australia. Have gloves, will travel. You see Juarez trying to bang away, hold his own on the inside. There's a nice little uppercut by Terrible Morales. Good jab there by Morales. Morales has talked about a rematch with Barrera at one of the press conferences earlier this week at the Staples Center. He said, I'd like a rematch, but all he does is cry. Marco Antonio Barrera, of course, thinking very, very strongly that he was the victor when they fought in February.
There you go, there you go. Showing that hook up, Mike. Go it. Stick in there, stick.
Doesn't seem like the knockdown of Mike Juarez has really affected him that much. I think it was more of a flash knockdown. Juarez has been pretty sturdy throughout round number 1, although he eats a pretty good combination from Morales.
Come on, Mike. Punch back, Mike. Continue with them uppercut, Mike.
Go to take it, go to take it.
So after an early knockdown, a rather uneventful round number 1 for Morales and Juarez.
Muy bien, vete temprano. El trabajo está muy distante. Vámonos temprano. Ahorita fintealo.
And he's telling his fighter right now to take his time.
Está muy empático. Vámonos. Ahorita vete con todo. Tu cinturita, todo. Y el segundo round nos podemos ir. Vámonos.
And they would like a little bit more movement around the waist area.
Ya vea con Santa.
I need for you, if you're going to lean in, put your head to the side. Not directly in it so you can go up with that uppercut. Either left or right, you hear me? Tell you something else. You're not throwing enough punches. You're not finishing. You throw one punch at a time. If you throw one and you miss, you come back with the other one, okay?
This guy's overrated, Mike. This guy's overrated.
You hear what I'm saying? All right.
So some very specific instructions for both Juarez and Morales. And it did seem like Erik Morales, making his debut at featherweight, was a little bit anxious. And speaking of Naseem Hamed, looking across the arena, he is standing and watching Erik Terrible Morales. And now he has sat down. In fact, him and his brother Riyadh are here to negotiate with Bob Arum a future showdown with Terrible Morales. Mike Juarez being very pesky, coming forward, being the aggressor. Juarez has been more than willing to stand on the inside and bang away with Morales. Not sure that he's as skilled as the former champion, but he's every bit as tough as it looks like. He's really taking the fight to Morales, staying right in his face. So Mike Juarez, after some early tough times, has really been dogged here, making things a little bit more difficult for Terrible Morales than I think he imagined. You see Juarez banging away, Morales working hard. Morales setting a decent pace, although it pales in comparison, as you would expect, to his war with Antonio Barrera. Whoa! I think that may have been a left hook that stopped Juarez right in his tracks at the end of round 2. Good combination. Down goes Juarez. Less than 10 seconds to go. Can he make it out of round number 2? And he does. He's saved by the bell. So Mike Juarez was pesky and he paid for it. Big combination. And there is Prince Naseem Hamed.
That guy's been dodging me too much. And I'm the main attraction. That's what I can't understand.
And interestingly enough, when his image came up on the screen, a loud round of boos for the Prince. And let's take a look at the replay of the knockdown in round number 2. Right there, a good three-punch combination, sending Juarez face first to the canvas. It's just a classic 1-2 followed by the left hook. And we begin round number 3. So a knockdown in round number 1 for Morales, followed by a more devastating knockdown in round number 2. So far, the featherweight debut of Erik Morales going quite well.
Stop waiting on him. Stay. Stop boxing. Stop boxing, mate.
And again, you see Juarez pressing the action. And of course, you saw what happened the last 2 rounds when he did. And you see Morales really counter-punching well off the corner. Morales, such a sharp, accurate, precise puncher. There's a good right hand. That might be it. Caught him coming in. Jab, right hand, right on the button for Terrible Morales. Well, at least for one night, he can carry the power up at 126. A beautiful job of luring someone in, setting a trap, and really dropping the bomb on him. And there's a happy Fernando Beltran. And there's Prince Nassim Hamed getting booed again by the audience. Again, we mentioned earlier, Riyad Hamed is in town with Prince Hamed to deal with Bob Arum to negotiate a deal for a super fight between Morales and Hamed. And let's take a look at the finishing shots. The 1-2, classic, textbook stuff from Terrible Morales. And we mentioned the aggressiveness of Juarez right there. It works against him, and Morales led him right into the right hand. So far, so good at 126 pounds for Erik Morales. He had mentioned for so long how he wanted to move up. And down the line, could be a rematch with Barrera, maybe a shot with Prince Nassim Hamed. So many possibilities. So Morales goes to 37-0, registering his 29th knockout. He blows apart Mike Juarez, a knockdown in each round. Juarez now goes to 22-9-1. And you take a look at Mike Juarez. He had a rough day at the office. As for Erik Morales, much easier than it was just this past February against Barrera. Got a mark on him.
The 10 count, and called a halt to the bout at 1 minute 12 seconds of round number 3, winning his first bout in the featherweight division. He is the WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the world from Tijuana, Mexico, Erik El Terrible Morales.
Well, there you have it. It could be that man right there, Nassim Hamed. And Erik Terrible Morales